Personal development and business development have a lot of similarities. Hi, my name is Timmy. I'm a spiritual business mentor, and I'm going to show you a really interesting angle on how to grow your spiritual business. Maybe you heard about the Maslow Pyramid already, but in case if you haven't, I'm still going to show you in a minute, so you don't need to start Googling right now. But what I wanted to show you is that when you are going through your own personal development journey and you go through different layers of the Maslow Pyramid to come to your actual self-actualization and bringing your potential out to the surface, your business development will go through very similar processes and steps. So without any further delay, let me quickly share my screen and show you exactly what I mean about the similarities. So on this side, obviously on this pyramid would be the traditional Maslow pyramid layers. And on the right side, I wanted to show you how this would translate to in your business activities. So when you look at the day-to-day scenarios, the bottom layer obviously is making sure that your physiological needs are completely met before you can come up with any sort of amazing creative ideas or anything that would be really making a massive positive difference in the world. So first you need to get the basics and the foundations right, which would be things like what you eat, where you sleep, your breathing, etc. In your business, this translates to having a strategy, at least a high-level action plan in place that completely lines up with who you are on a soul level. If you do not have this in your spiritual business, it will be basically impossible for you to keep moving up and up on this pyramid, okay? Then you can move on to the next layer, which is obviously making sure that you have that level of safety that a human would need during their personal development journey. So things like making sure that you have great health, you have some kind of stability, you have the finances available, you have something over your head, so you're going to feel safe. In your business, this actually translates to nothing but your revenue, okay? Your income. And when I say income, I don't want to go down that avenue right now to explain the difference between revenue, profit, and income. This video is not about that, but making sure that your business is generating some kind of revenue for you so that you are going to be making a living out of your spiritual business. Okay, you see how this is lining up? So the Maslow pyramid perfectly translates into your business development efforts as well. Then when you move up and you cover these very two essential foundations, then you can move to this layer, which is your feeling of belongingness, that feeling of love and being part of something, okay? Craving that sort of interactions, those relationships. In the business world, this would mean creating communities and building and strengthening on those communities. So communities could be your customers, your subscribers, your followers, your actual communities if you are building as well, maybe memberships as well, okay? And partnerships, which are going to be maybe affiliate partnerships. It could be partners that help promote your services, or maybe you can do some kind of mutual I don't know, masterclass or anything like that. When this layer covered as well, and you have those people around you that you are deeply resonating with and you are following a similar mission, only then you can move up to the next layer of this pyramid, which would be obviously thinking about who am I, and getting that level of respect and building up on your actual confidence and highlighting specific achievements as well in your personal life. And you're going to be doing pretty much the same as a spiritual entrepreneur, but only if you have established the first three of these layers, okay? So this is when we can start talking about becoming a thought leader and getting a bit of publicity out there with your PR efforts, maybe being, I don't know, a guest on specific podcasts, or being asked to do any public speaking events, things like that, okay? And when you are already confident at this layer as well, that's when you move up to the top of your pyramid, which would be in your spiritual or personal development journey. That would translate to obviously your creativity, that fulfillment, bringing that potential right through the surface, and just generalizing your actual personal growth. Because if you don't have these first few layers established, it's going to be impossible for you to truly and authentically commit to your personal growth, because you're going to be worried about not having friends, or not having a shelter over your head, or not having food to maintain your physical body. So if the first 4 layers are not met, you're never going to be able to completely pay attention to the top one. So that's why it's important that you establish these solid foundations before you really deep and dive into this layer. So don't try to skip some of these layers if you want to see long-lasting results. Okay, and in your business, this top layer actually would mean that you are ready to scale the business, or you're ready to exit. So some people don't actually start a business because they want to grow it into this big legacy, but they just want to do something, bring it up to a specific level, exit it, so they can go on to their next cool idea or cool project. So when you have established these 4 layers, that's going to be your clue to know if you are ready to scale or ready to exit. So I'm hoping that this was helpful for you, and I try to keep it as brief and short as possible, but I'm going to also put the link in the description for you to grab this image if you want to, or maybe you can just go back and take a screenshot. It's up to you, whichever is easier for you. And if you want any more resources or tips on how to start or grow your spiritual business, you can always check out my website, which is connectonemarketing.com.